Hi guys, good evening. Welcome to my podcast W5 वाव वुमन विनिंग वंडरफुल वर्ल्ड। ना पूछो कि मेरी मंजिल कहाँ है, अभी तो सफर का इरादा किया है। न हारूंगी हौसला उम्र भर, ये मैंने किसी से नहीं खुद से वादा किया है, खुद से वादा किया है। Our today's वाव वुमन is Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, who with her dedicated effort was the person to issue an IPO in India for first biotechnology company. No other biotechnology company before Biocon issued an IPO in India. Kiran Mazumdar is a woman of innovation who says, keeping trying to find a differentiated model. Don't just try to do what others are doing. That's where innovation comes. She managed to do things with lot of common sense, lot of determination, and utmost important, lot of foolish courage, which won. Kiran was born on 23rd March 1953 in Bangalore to Gujarati parents. She was educated at Bangalore's Bishop Cotton Girls High School. She then attended Mount Carmel College, Bangalore. She studies biology and zoology, graduating from Bangalore's University with a bachelor's degree in zoology in 1973. Kiran hoped to go to medical school but was not able to obtain a scholarship and hence missed the chance. But sometimes missing is, I guess, winning, because some rejections are hard to digest and thus they season you and destine you to a different path, ultimately leading you to become a leader. Kiran's father was the head brewmaster at United Breweries. Hence, he gave a non-traditional shape to career of his daughter. He suggested her to study fermentation science and trained to be a brewmaster, a non-traditional field for women. Thus, Kiran went to Ballarat College, Melbourne University in Australia to study malting and brewing. In 1974, she was the only woman enrolled in brewing course, but she topped in her class. She earned degree as master brewer in 1975. She worked as trainee brewer and trainee maltster in Australia. She also worked as technical consultant at Jupiter Breweries in Calcutta and technical manager at Standard Malting Corporation, Baroda. However, when she investigated the possibility of advancing her career in Bangalore or Delhi, she was told that she could not be hired as a master brewer in India because it's a man's work. Thus, she started searching for opportunities abroad and was offered position in Scotland. But before moving to Scotland, she happened to meet Auchincloss, the founder of Biocon Biochemical Limited of Cork, Ireland. Auchincloss company produced enzymes for use in brewing, food packaging and textile industry. Auchincloss was looking for a partner in India to help establish an Indian subsidiary to supply him with papine. Kiran agreed to undertake the job, but she put forth a condition that if she didn't wish to continue 6 months later, she would be given a brewmaster's position comparable to the one she was giving up in Scotland. Thus, she took calculated risk. After a brief period as trainee manager in Biocon, Ireland, to learn more about business, she returned to India and she started Biocon in 1978 in garage of her rented house in Bengaluru with a seed capital of just rupees 10,000. Rupees 10,000, a very big amount in 1978. Although it was a joint venture, Indian laws restricted foreign ownership to only 30% of company, which meant that 70% of the company belonged to Kiran. And now, different issues, problems were faced by her. To list a few are, she faced credibility challenges because of her youth, gender and untested business model, that is foolish courage. She was unable to secure funding for her company. A chance meeting with banker at a social event finally enabled her to get her first financial backing. Recruiting people was also difficult for her startup. Her first employee was a retired garage mechanic. Her first unit was in 3000 square foot shed. Most complicated piece of equipment in her lab at that time was spectrophotometer. Moreover, she faced the challenges associated with trying to build a biotech business in a country with poor infrastructure, uninterrupted power, good quality water, sterile labs, imported research equipment, and workers with advanced scientific skill were not available in India at that period of time. The company's initial project were extraction of papain and isinglass. Within a year of its inception, Biocon India was able to manufacture enzymes and export them to US and Europe, the first Indian company to do so with strong determination of Kiran. And thus, at the end of year, struggling, facing challenges, she was at a point where in 1 year she used her earnings to buy a 20-acre property with plans to expand in future. Kiran spearheaded Biocon's evolution from an industrial enzymes manufacturing company to a fully integrated biopharmaceutical company with a well-balanced business portfolio of products and a research focus on diabetes, oncology, and autoimmune diseases. She also established 2 subsidiaries, Syngene in 1994 and CleanGene in 2000. Syngene was listed on BSE in 2015. But before this, there was a lot. After getting booster from ICICI Ventures in 1989, Biocon became the first Indian biotech company to receive US funding for proprietary technologies. Really a wow moment for wow woman, for wow struggle, a wow reward. In 1998, Kiran Mazumdar's fiancé, Scotsman John Shaw, personally raised $2 million to purchase the outstanding Biocon shares from Imperial Chemical Industries. The couple married in 1998, whereupon she became known as Kiran Mazumdar Shaw. In 2004, after seeking advice of Narayan Murthy, Kiran decided to list Biocon on the stock market. Her intent was to raise capital to further develop Biocon's research program, a very big step. Biocon was the first biotechnology company in India to issue an IPO. Biocon's IPO was oversubscribed 33 times and its first day of trading closed with a market value 1.11 billion, making Biocon the second Indian company to cross 1 billion mark on the first day of listing. Mazumdar's belief in affordable innovation and her good intention has always been a driving force in her success and Biocon's expansion. She always strived for cost-effective technique and low-cost alternatives so that people can afford drugs they need, particularly in chronic therapies. Biocon's major area of research now include cancer, diabetes, and other immune disease such as arthritis and psoriasis. Biocon, under leadership and nurturement of Kiran, has always maintained its unique identity. It is Asia's largest insulin producer. Also, Biocon directs 10% of its revenue into research and development, a much higher proportion than most Indian pharmacological companies. She is also involved in social and activities for benefit of health of weaker sections. In 2015, she joined the Giving Pledge, promising at least half of her wealth will be dedicated to philanthropy. She has also supported the development of Arogya Raksha Yojana. Mazumdar Shaw Medical Foundation is a non-profit organization and has 2 arms to support its cause, which are Mazumdar Shaw Center for Translational Research and Mazumdar Shaw Cancer Outreach Program. Kiran is member of Board of Governors of Indian School of Business, MIT USA, IIT Hyderabad, and many more. She is an independent director on the board of Infosys. She is winner of various international and national awards. To list a few are Othmer Gold Medal, Nikki Asia Prize. She is the first Indian woman to get the honor of being selected as a member of United States National Academy of Engineering for the development of affordable biopharmaceutical and biotechnology industry in India. She is winner of Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan, also Karnataka Rajyotsav Award. For her contribution in biotechnology, she has been awarded honorary degree, that is doctorates, from University of Abertay, UK, University of Glasgow, UK, University of College Cork, Ireland, Davangere University, India. So friends, her rejection to medical school scholarship led her to lead a winning path full of success, awards, degrees and whatnot. But friends, her struggle, determination, dedication, vision, serving intention, and above all, fire in heart for biotechnology and cost-effective drugs never let her sleep. And as APJ Kalam Sahab's line, dream is not that which is you see while sleeping, it is something that does not let you sleep, and hence Kiran's dream are fulfilled. ये राहें ले ही जाएंगी मंजिल तक, हौसला रखो. ये राहें ले ही जाएंगी मंजिल तक, हौसला रखो. कभी सुना है कि अंधेरों ने सबेरा होने नहीं दिया? Meet you tomorrow with next wow woman. Till then, keep smiling, be happy. Bye bye.